So my current speed is set to 180, and I modified it in here from what it would say 100%. I bumped it up to 200. I'm going to assume that that's 180 at 200%. So 360 millimeters a second. I believe there's certain areas that will not actually print that fast. Maybe the infill, or I don't know. But all I do know is this thing does print really, really fast. It gets to certain parts where it starts to shake back and forth pretty fast. And right now I've got it pulling the filament out of the Sunlu, which is kind of nice to have the two of these here, because then I can have that and make sure my filament's dry. And it tells me what it is. It was at like 30%, 29%. So as soon as the box gets up to 55, I'm sure that'll dump down to like 15. I don't really see it go below 15, but we're not in a very humid environment, so I don't even know why there's any at all. But so this is the thing I'm printing here. It's a tool holder that snaps up onto the top of here, not like one of these. And so I figured, well, it's pretty straightforward. Maybe we can crank it up a little bit. As far as I understand, if you really want to, you can make this thing print at 500, and it will do it. The one thing I noticed, these wheels here, you see that gray line inside the wheel? I maybe had the carriage a little too tight, so I loosened it up a little bit. So I would say that the big thing from this one here and the KE is the linear rail. And there's a couple of other things too, but I wonder if really the KE is really worth it or not. And, you know, what's your average speed you're going to be able to print at? I'm trying to get rid of the stringing, and I thought maybe if I turned up the speed it would stop stringing. But I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of stringing on the infill. So I wonder, what do I need to do to stop the stringing? Either, oh, my temperature must be too hot. That's probably what it is. I keep trying to touch screen this damn thing. Let's go to 245. We'll just kind of see, just observe and see if it cleans itself up at all. But if the temperature's too hot, then yeah, I guess it probably would string. I definitely have seen some bad stringing on some of this stuff, and I really, really don't like dealing with stringing. You get the bed at 70, the nozzle at 245, the print speed at 200, and it was already set at 180. If we go in here, click this, you see speed. Print speed 180, infill speed 180, outer wall speed 60, inner wall speed 90, top and bottom speed 50, travel speed 150, initial layer speed 30, initial layer travel speed 80, skirt brim speed 25, Z-hop speed 10. So all these, you know, are variables. Infill acceleration 2500, outer wall acceleration 1000, inner wall acceleration 2000, travel acceleration 2500, 500, 500. So anyway, it's kind of what it is. So the one thing I do like about the Creality and all that, and is the The software is okay. The fact I can look at all the G code and stuff, and I'm not sure if I can adjust the Z or the E steps in this version of Marlin. But anyway, it seems like I like this setup better than what I've been using on the other two printers. This one here is retarded. I don't like it at all. And it prints okay. It's actually pretty good for a Bowden setup. And I could convert it to direct drive. The problem is I can't do anything with the computer. I can't even get a printing profile for it. So the CR10 profile is the only one I can really find. And I don't know. It's probably better to try and do it in here, because I think Creality actually has the other profiles. Let me see here. And clear all. So they have other profiles. The V3 SE is going to be different than some of these other ones. So the CR series, we have a couple different ones with the correct print volume, but there's weird printers like the CR10 SE, which is basically a small print bed. And then we have the CR10 V2. That one right there is going to be the profile you want to use for that. So it's a Bowden tube setup. The CR10 V3 and the CR10S Pro, those are I can't tell, but you can see if you look right here. Come on, the V3 has the extruder on the print head, on the hot end. This one here has it over here. This one looks like it has it over there also. And then you have the Pro V2, which also appears to have it over there. You had the S4, same thing. I don't know about this one. Then you have all these other goofy ones. And then you have the smart ones, whatever the hell they are. They're weird looking. CRX Pro. So basically, out of all the CR10s, the V3 is the only one that looks like it has the extruder on it. So basically the profile I need to be using is probably the V2 for the Sunlu. Now, with the Sunlu, all I have to do is put that bracket on there and change it over. You know, it should be, I guess, close to the V3 then at that point in time. So I'm gonna test this out and see. I've been using Cura. Cura doesn't give me choices. It just gives you a CR10. There is no CR10 V3 profile on here. If we click Add Printer, and look how fast this damn thing's going. Screaming. Okay. Let's see. We call it Creality 3D. And then, so see the CR10, CR10 Max, CR10 Mini, CR10 Smart, CR10S, CR10S Pro, CR10S4, Ender 3 V2, Ender 3 V3 SE. Looks like they don't have the KE on here. So there is no profile here for a proper CR10 V3. They don't have it. So anyway, that's just something I just kind of figured out not too long ago. I mean, I don't think the Max or the Mini or Smart or the S or the S Pro, I don't think any of those have a direct drive extruder. We'll check again. Okay. Here's it. A 10 SE does, but it's a 220 millimeter print bed. It's really an Ender 3. That's what it looks like. So we get a V2 and a V3. The Pro, the S Pro is not. The Pro V2 is not. And none of these. I don't see any of these. None of them have. The CR10 Smart might. I can't really tell. The Smart Pro. So one of these, the Smart ones, or yeah, no, that's the only one that might. That they list in Cura. So Cura needs to update themselves, but they probably won't. So what are you gonna do, right? Let's take a look at this thing. I don't know if the stringing has reduced or not. It's really kind of hard to tell. Maybe not. I mean, I don't really see any stringing inside the hole right here. You can notice the bottom one has stringing. Oh, it looks like it's screwed up right there. Maybe the lack of support. I think it doesn't want to print a hole. Yeah, it looks like it's screwed up right there. Maybe I'm just printing too fast. Too much overhang, apparently. It's funny how some like prints, like you can really get away with the overhang, and then other ones you get like all kinds of crazy happening. I wanted to print this on its back so that it would, you know, get those holes perfectly. but then I'd have to support the clip-on part. So it was like, well, okay, you can do it this way or that way and see which one comes out worse. So definitely printing fast. It's a cool printer. If I had more things to print, I would definitely get the KE. I'm finding I'm not really needing the huge printers, although I've got one if I need one. But yeah, I'm finding I really don't need them. I'd rather have a small, fast printer. Well, alright. Well, we're going to get back to doing some radio stuff.